All right, all right. Welcome everybody to the first ever Best Damn Fantasy Show. This is a Best Damn Sports property. I'm glad to have you guys here tonight. We'll be using this show and channel for lots of things throughout the coming months and time. We'll be doing things like analyzing trades that we see in our various fantasy leagues in the Best Damn Sports Discord server. We'll be breaking down drafts and different things like that. But tonight, I know what everybody is waiting for is our newest league to the server is the Collegiate Baseball League, and we are going to set our 128 teams into their draft order tonight. I'm excited to go ahead and get this broken down. As you guys can see over here on the wheel of names, we have all 128 names listed on the wheel. What we will do is I have added onto the Google Sheet, which if you guys are familiar with the Google Sheet, it has a listing on one of the tabs that talks about what draft class what round of the draft each person taken falls into for their class status. So whether they're a sophomore, a junior, senior, freshman, whatever it is, that tab on the Google Sheet, which is linked in our Discord in the Constitution channel for the league. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But I've added some cells so we can keep track tonight on that sheet where everybody is drafting. Now, to make it a little bit more interesting, I have actually taken and decided that we are going to do the wheel in reverse order. Pretty glad to have all you guys watching tonight. I'm excited to do this and see where the teams are going to be selecting. And then, as you guys know, the draft will begin on the December the 26th. It goes live at 8 o'clock. The first people will be on the clock at 8 o'clock Eastern time on December the 26th. At 7 o'clock, we're going to have a pre-draft show where we kind of talk about the league, the projected points standings for different players. We'll talk draft strategy. I've actually talked to a couple industry experts to try to get them on the pre-draft show. Looking like we may have Lucas Staggs from the Upside Prospect joining us for the pre-draft show for a little bit to talk about some of his rankings and that kind of thing. So looking forward to seeing what we can do with that pre-draft show. And if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the Discord. But I won't waste any more of your time because we got 128 teams to go ahead and select now. So I'm going to go ahead and get that wheel a spin. And with the the 16th pick in whichever conference this lands on, obviously first. Let's see who that's going to be. Are you picking last in your conference? We will find out. The first team that will land, sorry, Tyler, Mr. Pink, he will be drafting last, and I forget what league are they in. I think it's the Big 12. Yeah, they are in the Big 12. So in the Big 12, drafting 16th will be the South Alabama Jaguars. And I'm updating the sheet as we go so that I don't have to go back and rewatch this. So it may take me a little bit of time between picks. Oh, shoot, what happened? Oh, there you go. All right, now let's spin it again. And where are we going to land? With the 16th pick in the SEC will be the Missouri Tigers. And there were 3 leagues that chose to do via their voting process to do a third round reversal. That is the Big 12, the SEC, and the West Coast Conference. Those conferences will be doing a third round reversal. So let's see. Now I'm going to take Missouri out of the slots here, and we will spin it again to see who the next picker is. And it can go. We could have another Big 12, or we could have another SEC before we get another conference. So it doesn't have to go in order. All right. So now the next one, I believe they're in the Big East. Let me verify. Yes, they are. The 16th pick in the Big East will be the Rhode Island Rams. All right, here we go. Let's remove them. And let's get another spin. Yeah, I hated that for Mr. Pink to get the first name drawn or the first team drawn. The Alabama Crimson Tide will be drafting. I believe they will be drafting. 15th in the SEC draft. All right, let's remove them out of here, and we'll spin it again. They have not. They have not been taken yet. All right. So with the and now we have a Big 12 team taken again. So drafting 15th in the Big 12 will be the Houston Cougars. We'll remove them and we'll spin it again. Let's see where we go. All right, so now we have the Grand Canyon Antelopes, which I believe are in the West Coast Conference in our league. Maybe I'm wrong here. No, yeah, there they are. The Grand Canyon Antelopes will be the drafting in the 16th position for the West Coast Conference. Thank you, Clay. I saw your comment in the Discord. Yeah, I just got this Colonel's hat the other day. First time I'd ever seen any Louisville Colonel's gear. And let's spin that wheel again. Will it be the Badgers for Evan? Nope. Oh, it looks like we have another Big East team off the board. The Seton Hall Pirates will be drafting in the 15th spot. Okay, let's take them off there, and we will spin it again. And is that the first Big Ten or Big however many team off the board? It is. And the Indiana State Sycamores will be drafting number 16 in the Big Conference draft. All right, got them written down. Let's take another one. And I realize this will get monotonous as we go, but I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. The Hawaii Rainbows, and I can't remember what league they're in our thing. So let me pull this up. Probably the Pac-12. Yep, they're in the Pac-12. So we have our first Pac-12 team taken. In the Hawaii Rainbows, they will be drafting in the 16th position. Only two leagues still have yet to have a team drawn, the ACC and the American. So if you're in the Big East or the Big 12 or the SEC, you know you're at least drafted in one of the first 14 positions. Georgia Southern. Let's see. Are they in the American? Let me verify. Yeah, they are. So Georgia Southern gets the first one off the board for the American. And if somebody wants to double check the Google sheet as we go, so then I make sure I'm not making any mistakes, that'd be great too. All right, so we've gotten Georgia Southern taken off there, and so far the ACC is the only one that has not had a school picked. In case you guys haven't looked through the Constitution, one of the things I'm looking forward to with this league is that we have an in-season tournament every year where all 128 teams are entered into that tournament. And the Iona Gales from the Big East Conference are the next team taken. So they will draft in the 14th spot in the Big East tournament, or not tournament, but in the Big East draft. First conference to have 3 teams taken. Let's remove the Gales out of here. And we'll spin it again. And the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Big Ten has another one off the board. Minnesota will draft 15th in the Big Ten tournament. Or excuse me, I keep saying tournament. The draft. Remove them off and let's spin it again. And if somebody joins late, other people could help them out with what the format that we're using is, in case I missed somebody asking a question or something. The Delaware Blue Hens, I believe they're in the American. Let me verify. Yeah, they are. They will be drafting in the 15th spot. Hopefully I don't misspell any of these team names. All right, we'll spin it again. All right, the Big Ten has another one taken with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. They will be drafting in the 14th position. And yet another spin around we go. And the Long Beach State Dirtbags, which are in the West Coast Conference, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Are they in the pack? Yeah, they're in the pack. So the Pac-12 has another one taken, and that's the Long Beach State Dirtbags. All right, remove them off the board and go again. And do we find? No, I don't remember what conference North Central is in. Let's see. North Central. Dang it. I'm going to have to check the Discord here. North Central. What league are you guys in? They were a late sub, and I did not change them on the Google sheet. So I'm trying to find. There they are, the Big 12. North Central is drafting 14th in the Big 12, which doesn't make any sense because I said 14th in the Big 12. But you know how conferences go these days. All right, they are off the board, and we're spinning again. And now we have the Columbia Lions drafting in the 14th spot. Sorry, Stephen. Your conference leader is drafting in there. We got 3 of the conference commissioners now taken already, with Columbia and the American drafting 14th. We've got Houston drafting 15th in the Big 12, and we've got Seton Hall also drafting 15th in the Big East. So we will remove the Lions off of here and spin it again. I guess one good thing about being drafted early is you don't necessarily have to watch the rest of the show. The Barton College Bulldogs, I believe, are in the ACC. Let's check. Let's verify this. Let's see here. Barton College directory. Maybe I'm wrong. Barton College, where are you? Oh, they're in the West Coast Conference. All right. Can't even remember my own league. Barton College. All right. Move them out of here. And around we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. The Oklahoma State Cowboys out of the Big 12. They are the first conference to have 4 teams already slotted in. So they're moving right along. You Big 12 guys will be done before we know it. P. Dennis, the Google sheet is linked in the Constitution channel. The New Hampshire Wildcats out of the Big East will be drafting in the 13th position. Pretty sure they're in the Big East. Let me verify that. Yep. All right, remove them out of here. And let's see. Sorry, Steve. I know you didn't want to draft there. The Auburn Tigers with the next selection here. So the SEC now has 3 teams off the board. And so far, the SEC is actually only drafting their actual teams. I mean, their real life teams, none of the added on teams to make it an even number there. All right, so Auburn is out of the mix now, and we will continue on. We only got 107 more of these. The next one is the Sacramento State Hornets, which I'm pretty sure we put them in the Pac-12. Yes, we did. So the Pac now has 3 teams off the board. Get rid of them, and let's spin it again. Oh, the Oneonta Red Dragons will be picking. I think they're in the Big East. Yes, they are. The Big East now has 5 teams taken. Get rid of them. Kick them out of here. They're on their way. And we're going around. Clemson Tigers, the first team out of the ACC, are going to be drafting in the 16th slot. Sorry, Joe. I know that's not what you wanted to see, but at least you'll have the turn. So that's always the best part about drafting in the last spot of the first round is that then you get the turn. You just have to wait forever to pick again. The Butler Bulldogs, another Big East team. The Big East is just getting theirs drawn left and right. Remove them. Now we're going. Spin it again. Here we go. Tennessee looks like. Yep, Tennessee, another SEC team. Get them off of here and spin it again. San Diego State. Let's see. Are they in the West Coast or the Pac-12? They're in the West Coast. Let's see here. Or the Pac-12, I mean. Yeah. San Diego State. Let's see. What are we going to get here? We're going to get another SEC with Vanderbilt. That's what it looks like. The Vanderbilt Commodores are in the 12th spot. Man, we've had only one only one ACC team, 3 American, and 2 West Coast Conference teams taken. So let's see what we get now. Surely we'll get some more of these ACC teams off the board. No, stop. Yes, I did not want to pick yet. I'm not sure if I should be rooting, but I was. And the Lafayette Leopards in the Pac-12, kind of an odd fit in the Pac-12 because I believe that's an East Coast school. So, but who knows these days? Leagues or teams are in leagues all over the country. The next team, the Utah Utes, it looks like, and they are in the Pac-12. So the Pac-12 is all of a sudden getting a lot of teams taken off here. I think 3 out of the last 4 have been Pac-12 schools. Utah will be selecting number 11. And the Pac-12 and the Big East are the only 2 leagues with 6 teams taken now. So let's keep on moving along. Only 98 more spins. Where are we going to get here? The Roadrunners? Yep, that's what it is. Utah or UTSA. Let's see, what league are we in? Big 12, maybe? Yep, Big 12. UTSA. And we'll remove them off there and get it spinning again. Thank you there, Kenny. That's what I thought. I was pretty stunned when I saw this hat in a store over the weekend or the other day. So the Creighton Blue Jays are next. The Big East is just cruising. The Big East, and somebody was asking in the channel who's been taken. If somebody could just point them out to the sheet that I'm editing right now. Keep this, and my caps lock is inverted. There we are. The Creighton Blue Jays will be selecting 10th in the Big East draft. Get them off of here, and we will spin it again. And it looks like the Duke Blue Devils are going to be picked next, and they will draft 15th in the ACC. Sorry, Andy. And let's spin her again. Mississippi State, it looks like. Is that Glenn? Glenn, are you the Mississippi State? Get them off there, and we'll spin it again. South Florida Bulls out of the American Conference. I'm pretty sure it's American. Let me verify. Yep, South Florida in the American Conference. Will be drafting 13th in the startup draft for the American Conference. And next, man, I couldn't tell who it was going to land on there for a second. Kentucky will be drafting 10th in the SEC. Spinning it again. The North Carolina Tar Heels drafting 14th in the ACC draft. Let me get that typed. I can't talk and type at the moment. Get them off the board, and we'll go again. Another ACC, maybe? Yep, Georgia Tech drafting 13th. I can tell I'm going to get the messy middle. It's always the worst to me. I'd rather be at the tail than drafting like 8th or 9th or something, and somewhere in the middle there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. UCLA, the Pac-12 with another one off the board. Yes, in our league, they are back in the Pac-12. They are not in the Big Ten. And around we go. Only 89 more spins. And the Akron Zips. Are they in the American in this? Or are they in the Big East? I don't see them. Where are you? There they are. And they're in the American. Caps lock. Move them off there, and we'll spin her again. Yeah, Kenny knows. The Georgia Bulldogs. Man, the SEC is just wanting to be done with this draft lottery. Georgia will be drafted number 9 in our draft. So let's keep spinning. Get rid of these out of here as fast as we can. Oh, Mr. Ken, the Northwestern Wildcats will be drafting in the 13th spot. Man, the West Coast Conference only had 2 teams taken so far. We're going to get another one right here with this spin. Looks like it's going to be an ACC selection. The Virginia Tech Hokies. And they are captained by Urban Slapshot in the Discord. Shout out to him. Hope he's doing okay and getting better. He's had some medical stuff going on, so that's why we haven't seen him in the chat recently. But thinking about him and his family. Spinning this around. The Oklahoma Sooners. They are. Did we put them in the AC or the SEC or leave them in the Big 12? I gotta look. SEC. Okay, one of those weird ones with the real life and the league format. 8th pick in the SEC draft will be the Oklahoma Sooners. Get them off of here and spin it again. Just saw your comment in the chat, Steven. Portland Pilots. They are, I believe, West Coast. Yeah, in real life, they're in the West Coast Conference. So they will be drafting in the 14th position of the West Coast Conference draft, one of the leagues that will be having a 3rd-round reversal. If you guys weren't familiar with the 3rd-round reversal, a lot of people think it evens out the draft as you go by swapping the order there in the 3rd round for the rest of the draft. There was an article that I linked in the Discord at one time that talks more about that. I'm not a big fan of it, but I know a lot of people, the people that are a fan of it, they swear by having that type of format. And I believe I think that the East Carolina Pirates are in the American. Yes, they are. So, Jesse, you have gone off the board. You will be drafting 11th in the American Conference. Got that up to date, and we will move along. Yeah, Joe, on the Discord, they were listed there. I didn't update the Google Sheet conference tabs once we had it pretty well full. But if you look in the Discord directory, that's where they are. And the BYU Cougars will have the next pick. Let's see. We put them in the Big 12. I think that's where we have them appropriately, of course. But, yep, we do. Just wanted to make sure before I put that on there. BYU will draft 11th in the Big 12. But getting back to that, Joe, if you want to check on Fantrax, they should be listed as a West Coast Conference school. Some of the teams that were kind of subbed in, people asked for a specific school that wasn't listed. Sometimes they got subbed in, and there at the end, I kind of didn't update the Google Sheet tabs because at that point we didn't really need to. Michigan will be selecting next for the Big 10 in the 12th spot. And got them off there, and we will keep moving along. Glad to see it. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you double checking me. The Maryland Terrapins will be drafting next in the Big 10 in the 11th spot. Still only 3 West Coast Conference teams have been plucked out of the wheel here. And USC or BC? USC, the USC Trojans. The Pac-12 moving right along here. The USC will be drafting in the 9th position in the Pac-12, the Pac, whatever number you want to say, in their startup draft. Round again, only 78 more to go. Looks like we're going to have another Pac school taken. The Washington State Cougars will be drafting number 8. And my caps lock is inverted again. Move them out of here. Spin the wheel. Keep hoping, Mike. Keep hoping. Glad to see you, Mr. Pink. Glad you made it. The Rice Owls I believe they're in the American. Let's see. Yep, the American. American Conference. Picking 10th will be the Rice Owls. Get them out of here so we can spin it again. And I got to get a drink. Let's see. The Army Black Knights, I believe in the ACC. Don't even know my own conference here. Yep. The Army Black Knights will be picking 11th. I'm out of here. And the next pick is the Tulane Green Wave. And I think they're in the American. Yep. Picking 9th will be the Tulane Green Wave in the American Conference Draft. And next up are the Baylor Bears, it looks like. Yep, Baylor Bears in the Big 12. Whoops, I don't know why I clicked that tab. Let's just go type it in. Baylor drafting in the number 10 position of the Big 12 draft. Spinning it again. Oh, stop. No, I did not want to go there. I will have the 10th spot in the ACC draft. Boo. Yeah, Tyler, you were the very first team drawn in the entire show. So the next one will be the Xavier Musketeers of the Big East. Shit. And spin it again. The Florida Atlantic Owls. I almost said Gators there. Let's see, where's the right tab? There it is. The Florida Atlantic Owls, the Owls, Florida Atlantic Owls, are drafting out of the American Conference in the 8th spot. And here we go. We've got 70 more names to pick here. That's it. Where we got? All right, we got Bryce's Thick Hog City's Illinois State Redbirds. Are they in the Big 12? Let's see. Where did we put them? Yep, the Big 12. The Illinois State Redbirds. Shit. Can't type. Get them off here and let's spin her again. I know there's a joke about a spinner there, but probably shouldn't make that on YouTube. The Cal State Fullerton Titans. Tony, you will be drafting the Cal State Fullerton Titans out of the West Coast Conference in the 13th pick. Let's size that down here. All right, remove. Spin it again. Yeah, we decided we wanted to, and this was actually, you can blame Ken for this. He proposed the idea of drafting last to first in each conference to add drama. And so Ken, who is the Northwestern Wildcats, is to blame for you being the first name to be spun and then having to pick last in the draft. The Villanova Wildcats out of the Big East Conference will be drafting in the 8th position. Sorry, Ken, I just put it at your feet. Not Kenny, Ken. All right, Clay. Enough from the peanut gallery. The Texas Longhorns out of the SEC will be drafting 7th. Bryn will be happy to know that he is drafting in the 7th position. Let's get that thing going. Yeah, I tried to clarify that because Ken and Kenny are different people. The Florida State Seminoles. Antonio, you have arrived, and your Florida State Seminoles will be sniping me from the 9th position. Everybody knows Antonio from the Discord, I assume. Let's keep it going. The next one will be Wayne State, it looks like. Yep, Wayne State. I forget what league we put them in because they were a late ad as well. Wayne State. And I may not have changed it on the sheet. Yeah, I did. Okay, there they are in the West Coast Conference. They're going to be drafting in the 12th spot. That is Jack, JT Tigers in the Discord, the Wayne State Warriors. Those of you guys in some of the other leagues know that I use this wheel of names generator quite a bit because in some of our leagues we actually have lotteries as payouts, and so we use this wheel of names generator quite a bit in different leagues. The West Virginia Mountaineers out of the Big 12 Conference will be drafting in the 8th position. Let's see. What do we got next here? Yeah, Drew, I know Antonio's going to be sniping me. He'll be all in the different Discords checking out, who people recommend to be drafted next and everything else. He's going to be sniping me the whole draft. I can just see it. The Kansas Jayhawks for the Big 12 will be drafting in the number 7 position. Kansas is owned by Ben in the Discord. He actually lives in Germany. So sometimes it's a little bit odd hours as far as getting a hold of him. But just so you Big 12ers know, Ben is a pretty active league member in different leagues that I've been in with him. But he does live in Germany, so keep that time difference in mind as well. And I believe the Utah Utes co-owners are in Australia. The Gonzaga Bulldogs. There you go, Mike. They are going to not be drafting first. Instead, they will be drafting 11th. Sorry. That's not nice, Clay. Throwing stones over there. The Arizona Wildcats are next off the board for the Pac-12, drafting in the 7th position. Remove them out of here and let's spin it. Only 60 more to go. The NC State Wolfpack drafting 8th. In case anybody's wondering, I got my little Dr. Pepper Zero. No alcohol in there tonight. Get NC State off the board and let's spin it. Next up, conference commissioner. Another conference commissioner is off the board now as the Texas A&M Aggies will be drafting in the number 6 position for the SEC. Get them out of here. And let's see where we go. Kenny. Sorry, bud. Number 7, the Notre Dame Fighting. Oops, wrong conference. Big 10, not ACC. Got that messed up there. But, Kenny, you'll be drafting in the number 10 position for the Big 10. So we'll both be drafting 10th. And next up is the TCU Horned Frogs. They will be drafting in the number 6 spot for the Big 12. Big 12 trying to get theirs done. Them in the SEC. It just means more, I guess. Haha, that's a dad joke, even though I'm not a dad. Texas Tech, another Big 12 team off the board. The drunkest I have ever been in my life was in Lubbock, Texas. Just factoid. That's a Discord conversation, not on YouTube. Spin it again. And next up will be, looks like the Temple Owls is who it's going to be. Yep, the Temple Owls. Shoot, I don't know what league we put them in. The American Conference. That makes sense because they're in real life American Conference. Of course, you can't always go by that because we have Syracuse in a completely different league than the ACC. So, but that's because they don't have baseball, so they weren't originally one of the teams listed. Next up will be the Ohio State Buckeyes out of the Big East. Or excuse me, Big East, Big Ten. Remove them and get it spun again. Penn State looks like they are going to be drafting in the number 8 position for the Big Ten Conference. Get out of there. Can actually start reading the names on the wheel a little better now. And we've got another one of our Canadians here taken now with the Carleton Ravens. Let's see. What league are they in? They are in the Big East. The Big East Conference, selecting at number 7, will be the Carleton Ravens. And is it going to be Syracuse? Yep, it is Syracuse. Who are they picked, or what league did we put them in? The American Conference. Sorry, Syracuse. You are in the American Conference and picking number 6. I wonder if they could play baseball in the Carrier Dome. Any upstate New Yorkers know if they could play baseball in the Carrier Dome? And next up will be the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. National champions in what, 2019, I think it was? Something like that. Yeah, sometime in the late 2010s, I believe, is when they won their national championship. And they are playing in the American Conference, so they will be picking number 5. Bam. Man, the American is moving right along now. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I thought it might be a little awkward, kind of like the Trop was for the for the Rays, though. UCSB, the Gauchos, going to be drafting in the number 10 spot for the West Coast Conference. Derek, I'm not sure if he's on the road right now or not. Good owner from one of our other leagues, the MLFB. And the next pick will be the LSU Tigers. Out of the SEC, they will be picking number 5 in the SEC draft. So that one is also filling pretty rapidly. We got 47 spins to go. And the Washington Huskies out of the Pac-12 will be drafting 6. And there we go. Spin that thing again. I know, it's just terrible when you're drafting up to the one of the first few picks in your conference. Those of us stuck back in the back in the middle, we just hate that for you that you've had to wait through this. I'm just messing with you, Christian. Pepperdine Waves out of the West Coast Conference will be drafting 9th. Get rid of them. Spin it again. 45 more names to go. The Cal Bears out of the Pac-12 will be picking number 5. I believe that is their conference commissioner. I believe that was, I think that was their conference commissioner there. Chris, can you verify if you're watching? Oh, let's see here. Who is going to be next? I don't know. Campbell. I wasn't sure if it was going to go on to the next to Cincinnati or not, but it is not. It is the Campbell Camels, home of Zach Neto of the Angels. So let's see. Where are they at? Oh, they're in the ACC. Again, I don't know my own conference. So the Campbell Camels will be selecting number 7 in the ACC draft. I almost X'd out my browser. Oh, that would have been terrible. Next up, the Indiana Hoosiers out of the Big Ten will be drafting 7th. Brian, if you're there, congratulations. You are now picking number 7. I think all the conference commissioners have been taken now. Yeah, all the conference commissioners are in the back halves of the draft, basically. The Bryant Bulldogs are going to be drafting. Let's see, what league are they in? Did I put them in the American or the Big East? Let's see, the Big East. The Big East Conference, the Bryant Bulldogs will be drafting number 6. Ta-da! Get out of here, Bryant, and let's spin it again. The Marshall Thundering Herd in the American Conference will be drafting in the 4th position. Wow. Pretty sure they're in the American. Let me verify that. Yeah. Discord member named Red Broyer is owning the Marshall Thundering Herd. A native West Virginian for all you Discord frequent people. I don't know how to say that. I'm just rambling at this point. The Northern Colorado Bears in, I believe, the West Coast Conference. Yeah, they are. Will be drafting in the number 8th position. Interesting factoid about Northern Colorado is we actually had 2 different people requesting to be Northern Colorado. Not a school that I would have thought would have had a battle over representing, but nevertheless we did. Kenny, we are not making up names. Come on now. The one that I was a little bit unsure of was that North Central, though. The Dallas Baptist Patriots. Are they in the Big 12? Yep. The Dallas Baptist Patriots will be selecting number 4. So, Jeremy, your duty watching the stream has come to an end because now you know you will be selecting 4th overall in the Big 12 draft. It's not a real school. Which one are you talking about, Christian? The Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Sorry, baby squid, you do not get the 1st overall pick. Wah, wah, wah. You are picking number 6. If you're at work and not even watching this, then I just made a fool out of myself for no reason. And is it going to be the Gamecocks? The South Carolina Gamecocks out of the SEC will be drafting 4th. Another one of our Canuck members, and I cannot spell. Another one of our Canuck Discord members is owning the South Carolina franchise. Ty up there in the Great White North. Congratulations on picking number 4. The Arkansas Razorbacks will be drafting in the number 3 position. Bob, you got to be giving us some commentary. Do you like that spot, the number 3 spot there? Everybody knows Bob, I think, in the Discord. So let's spin it again. Actually, Christian, yeah, Dallas Baptist actually has a decent baseball program. So, yeah, it is a real school. Ram, you are on the draft board. The Big East members, the Yukon Huskies, will be drafting number 5. Let's see here. Where are we going now? We have 34 more names. Who is going to be next? the Illinois Fighting Illini out of the Big 12 Conference. I'm not sure who is representing them in the league. So no witty comments about the owner of the Illinois Fighting Illini, since I can't remember who it is. And next up will be the Boston College Eagles, it looks like. Out of the ACC, they will be drafting number 6. Bam. Remove them from the list. And let's go. That's going to be on the line. Arizona State, the Sun Devils, will be drafting in the number 4 position. Is that Neil? Is Neil the Arizona State Sun Devils? Did he even take a team in the league? I gotta check this out. Let's see. Arizona State. No, it's Matthew. I don't know if Neil even joined this league. Oh, let's spin that thing. 31 more names. The Cincinnati Bearcats out of the Big 12 will be drafting in the number 3 spot. The Bearcats. I'm representing the Bearcats today. Too bad I'm actually not owning the Bearcats in the league. Want to swap spots, Cincinnati owner? Neil is Michigan. Okay, thanks, Kenny. And the next, the Colorado Buffaloes. Did we put them? I think we might have put them in the Big 10, actually. Kenny, did we put Colorado in the Big 10? Let's see. They were a late ad. Yep, they're in the Big 10. So Cat Fox, one of our longtime server members in multiple leagues now through the server, will be drafting in the number 4 spot. The Santa Clara Broncos, another West Coast Conference team, and alma mater of Jason Kidd. No, not Jason Kidd. He was Cal. I'm thinking of Steve Nash. Sorry. Steve Nash played for Santa Barbara or Santa Clara. God, I can't even talk straight. Make fun of me as you wish. Jason Kidd played at Cal. Steve Nash played at Santa Clara. Kansas State out of the Big 12. Man, the Big 12, if anybody wants to figure out who the lone Big 12 school left on the board is, they will know if they are the number 1 pick in that league's draft. Around and around. Looks like maybe Iowa. Let's see. Yep, Iowa. Iowa Hawkeyes will be drafting number 3. So the Big 10 is pretty close to knowing who's going to be picking first as well. Round and round and round. UC Davis. I'm going to bet the West Coast Conference, but let's check that. Yep. The West Coast Conference, UC Davis will be picking in the 6th spot. Old Dominion, the Monarchs, are in the, what league are they in? Tell me they're not. No, they're not in the ACC. They're not in the American, it doesn't look like either. What league are they in? Big East? There we go. The Old Dominion Monarchs in the Big East Conference will be drafting in the number 4 position. Get rid of them. Spin it again. Eric, there are no pitching limits for the league because you can only pick up players twice a week. Waiver or free agent pick claims run on Monday and Thursday, I believe. So can't really stream. The Virginia Cavaliers out of the ACC will be picking 5th. And I don't know if Eric's watching this. He asked that question in the Discord, so I don't know if he's actually watching this and heard my response or not. So someone may want to pass that along just in case. All right, for the SEC, we're going to have the Ole Miss Rebels picking number 2. So I just wrote SEC. Ole Miss. Hotty toddy, the number 2 pick. So we know when we get them spun that the Florida Gators will have the number 1 pick in the SEC. Loyola Marymount Lions for the West Coast Conference will be picking 5th. Can't type. Alma mater of Hank Gathers. If you guys remember Hank Gathers, I might be dating myself there by talking about Hank Gathers, though. The Stanford Cardinal out of the Pac-12. Number 3 pick in the Pac-12 draft. East Tennessee State Buccaneers will be drafting in the 4 spot for the ACC draft. Pat is another longtime league member in our server, owning the Montreal Expos in the ABA League. And next up on the spin will be all right, another one of our longtime server members, the St. John's Red Storm, owned by Rich. He is in many of our leagues as well. Will be drafting in the number 3 position of the Big East draft. And spinning it around, round and round and round we go. FIU, are they in the American? They are, with their rival FAU. The American Conference has FIU now drafting number 3, the Panthers. The Michigan State Spartans will be drafting in the number 2 position. So if somebody can do process of elimination, they will know that. Evan, it looks like you. I think we got them in the big. Yeah, Wisconsin will be the first pick in the Big Ten draft. So Evan, who was talking earlier in the channel about wanting to have his name picked, will go in the number 1 spot for the Big Ten. So Binghamton in the Big East will be selecting in the number 2 spot. So we're getting close to knowing where everybody's going here. And I believe we're getting ready to have another West Coast Conference team taken with the San Francisco Dons. Verify that they're in the West Coast Conference, and they are. San Francisco Dons picking number 4 in the West Coast Conference draft. Round and round. The Memphis Tigers looks like they're going to be taken. That was one of our more recent additions, but to the server here, and they will be in the American Conference. The process of elimination will tell you who's getting the number 1 pick for there. Let's get another one. Let's see. The VCU Rams, are they Big East? No. American? Yep. The VCU Rams have the number 1 pick overall in the American Conference. Congratulations to the Virginia Commonwealth Rams. And in the ACC, we've got the Wake Forest Demon Deacons going number 3 in the ACC. All right, this was one we kind of knew was coming eventually, but the Florida Gators have the number 1 pick in the SEC. Get them off there and spin it again. We are getting ever closer. The Big East number 1 pick is the Georgetown Hoyas. John Thompson would be proud. I don't know anybody that's played baseball there, though. Clay, who's your team? The American Conference, is that where we have UCF? No, probably the Big 12. Sorry. Big 12, yeah. Oh, and they're number 1. The number 1 pick for the UCF Knights. Are they still Golden Knights or are they just Knights? Can't remember if they changed that or not. Oh, Clay is Memphis. Okay. And the Wisconsin Badgers are picking number 1 in the Big East startup, or the Big Ten startup draft. I've done that all night. And UCF, we mentioned earlier, Kenny said that they are still the Golden Knights, home of Dante Culpepper. Don't know if anybody remembers Dante Culpepper playing there, but he did. Miami Hurricanes will be drafting number 2 in the ACC. The Oregon State Beavers will be picking number 2 in the Pac-12. And this is getting to a point where we pretty well are. I think we have 3 teams still from the West Coast Conference to pick. One of those will be the Cal State Roadrunners. Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners, sorry. Move them. So in the Pac-12, we're going to have Oregon. And now we know our orders. Now that San Diego was just taken in the West Coast Conference. That was San Diego, right? Results. Let's go there. Yeah, San Diego. Threw myself off for a second. So San Diego is who is picking number 2 in the West Coast Conference. Picking number 1 in the West Coast Conference will be the UC Irvine Anteaters. Picking number 1 in the Pac-12 will be the Oregon Ducks. Oh, Mike, another longtime league member that I've been in with. He will be happy to know that he got the number 1 pick in the Pac-12. And then in the ACC will be the Pitt Panthers. So we have our draft format, guys. I'm not going to spin these because it's kind of redundant to do so since we already know who is who. But, yeah, Mike, congratulations. You got the number 1 pick. That's pretty cool. I wish I was not picking 10th in my league, but it is what it is. That's why we spin the wheel. All of our leagues, we try to run with 100% transparency in the Best Damn Sports Discord server. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the Discord. I'm going to pull this off of my screen now. And we are done for the night, but we will have some bonus coverage leading up to the draft. At the very least, we will have our pre-draft show starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time on the 26th. May have some pre-recorded stuff in between now and then if I get to it, but otherwise, we will see you on December 26th at 7 o'clock for our pre-draft coverage. Trying, like I said earlier, we're trying to get Lucas Staggs from the Upside Prospect to come on and talk draft strategies as well as sleepers and that kind of thing. So we will see what we can do and look forward to seeing you guys again. Have a good night, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.